Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bell. Carvana makes car buying easy. Isn't that right, hun? Dax? Dax?
Sorry, did you know about this 7-day money-back guarantee?
A week to evaluate seat comfiness, you say?
A week of terrain tests? Yeah, I can test the brake pad resistance at variable speeds.
Make sure all the kids' stuff fits nicely.
Make sure our stuff fits nicely.
Oh,
Right. Still need to buy the car. Getting ahead of ourselves here.
Buy your car with Carvana today.
Hey friends, welcome back to We Are the Hansons, where we open the doors to our home and share the real, raw, and beautiful chaos of family life. I'm so glad you're here with me today because this episode is something that's close to my heart and something I think a lot of families, especially moms and wives, will connect with. Today, I want to talk about how a wife helps her husband with confidence and drive in a family. Because let me tell you, this is something we don't talk about enough. We talk about how men should be strong, driven, leaders, but we don't always talk about the support they need behind the scenes, especially from the woman who sees them at their best and worst. The truth is, behind every strong man is often a woman who believes in him when he's doubting himself. And in a big, busy family like ours, that belief is powerful. It's essential. So grab your coffee or whatever you're sipping on and let's get into it. Let's start with the pressure our husbands are under. Whether they're the primary breadwinner or not, there's this expectation that they always have to have it all together. Society often tells men they're supposed to be the provider, the protector, the problem solver, and the emotional rock. And in big families, especially ones with a lot of kids like ours, that pressure is multiplied. There are mouths to feed, emotions to manage, schedules to juggle. It's constant. And the truth? Sometimes our husbands feel like they're falling short. They wonder if they're doing enough, if they're good enough, if we see them the way we used to. And when that confidence starts to slip, so does their drive, because confidence and drive go hand in hand. When a man feels like he's falling apart at home, it's really hard for him to give 100% anywhere else in the home. That's where we come in. You know, giving emotional encouragement constantly reminds him of his strengths and capabilities, especially when he's feeling the weight of responsibility. Respect and admiration shows admiration for his efforts and decisions, making him feel valued and respected. You know, support and leadership backs him up in parenting and decision-making, reinforcing his role as a leader with the family. Affirming words speaks life into him with affirmations like, I believe in you, we're proud of you, and you've got this. Creating a peaceful home helps maintain a loving and peaceful home environment that recharges him instead of drains him. his safe place offers a non-judgmental space where he can vent, dream, and process thoughts without pressure. Celebrating his wins acknowledges both big and small victories, building momentum in his self-worth. Encouraging his vision supports his long-term goals, dreams, and purpose, even when they come with risks or sacrifice. Reminding him of his impact points out how his presence and efforts positively affect the kids and family as a whole. Taking initiative together works with him on family planning, financial strategies, and home projects, showing we as women in the trenches with him. Physical affection, simple touches, hugs, and closeness can reignite energy and confidence in ways words sometimes can't. Spiritual and emotional grounding. Prays with him or encourages spiritual grounding, helping him stay anchored during chaos. Protecting his reputation, defending him in public or with family, always speaking positively about him around others. Pushing when needed, challenges him in a loving way when he's slipping, reminding him of who he is and what he's capable of. One of the most powerful things we can do as wives is speak life into our husband. And I'm not talking about flattery. I mean truth, encouragement, and affirmation. When my husband has a hard day or he feels like he's not doing enough for the kids or work has been heavy, I remind him of what I see. I tell him, you're a good father. You're doing better than you think. I'm proud of you. I see how hard you're trying. Those are some of the things I tell him. And it matters because even the strongest men need someone to remind them of who they are. Your words can be the mirror he looks into to remember his value. In a world that constantly critiques and competes, your voice can be his calm. We have the power to remind them that their worth isn't just what they do, but in who they are to us and to our children. I try and give encouragement in several different ways. I tease my husband a lot about he doesn't know how to cook. He does know how to cook. A lot of times we always have him cooking on the grills outside. And I do all the inside cooking. Yeah, sometimes he'll help do the inside cooking, but I'd rather do it myself at that point because, for one, I feel like there's too many people in the kitchen at once, and it's very hard to move around. I can't get to what I need to get to because there's somebody there. So I'd rather not have him in my kitchen when I'm cooking. And same goes for him outside. When he's cooking on the grill, I need to stay out of his way and let him do the work. Yes, I'll help carry stuff out or bring stuff in off the grill, but that's his space. Talking about drive, because that's a tricky one in our family life. When you've got bills, babies, and burnout, it's easy for dreams to get buried. But part of helping your husband keep his drive alive is creating space for those dreams, even if it seems unrealistic right now. I have constantly tried to help, build up my husband, my children. That is just being part of a big family. Any family should be building up each other, not dragging them down. And me and my husband work together all the time. We own a power washing company. We do podcasts. So giving him encouragement on, whatever we do for the day for work, or helping with the kids, or when he's fixing my car, it is stressful, but we work hand in hand. We see each other 24/7. And a lot of people question, like, how do you guys work together and live together? We are a team. We know how to be the team that we are, and we've built our businesses on that. Just working together, complimenting each other. There's so much between the two of us that building somebody up, it helps. It gives them a boost of confidence. And a lot of times that confidence helps because not everybody hears words of encouragement or anything like that. So it goes a long way. We can work together because we know how each other think. So he a lot of times will come to me and ask my opinion, and I'll give it. And if he thinks different, he'll be like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea, or vice versa. Anytime somebody is saying bad things about my husband or anything like that, I'm always there to back him up. I will never, ever not stick up for him, especially when I know that whatever's said is wrong. We had a business guy that went on and posted some bad stuff about our company. He never knew us, and he was saying some bad stuff. And when my husband commented back to him, he apologized because he was another power washing guy. So he was a competitor of ours, and he was just trying to get the business or the job for himself and didn't want us to get it. So he was not just doing it to our business, he was doing it to other businesses that were in the same field. And he ended up sending my husband a message telling him he was sorry, went and deleted it, and gave us a good review because we are very picky when it comes to our work. And especially me. There's a lot of different things that you can boost your spouse up. That physical affection is, hugging and, just that I love you, giving them a hug, simple touches like patting them on the back, that stuff really does help. It builds their confidence in ways that our words as wives can't do. And creating that peaceful home, it helps maintain our loving and peaceful environment. It helps recharge your husband. So all of these things that I'm talking to you about today, they do work. They work wonders. Sometimes I got to remind my husband of who he is and what he is capable of because I know he's strong. I know he's smart. And I know that he thinks a lot. And I know he will get to where he needs to be. But just that, pushing helps. So maybe your husband wants to start a side business, go back to school, change careers, or chase some idea he's been sitting on. You don't have to understand the how, but you can support the why. You can say, I believe you're capable. Let's figure it out together. Me and my husband have done that. We have done that a lot, as he does it for me as well. And sometimes supporting his drive means stepping up in areas that let him breathe. Maybe you juggle the bedtime routine so he can take the online class. Maybe you encourage him to take a night to think, read, or plan. It doesn't mean we lose ourselves. It means we're building something together. Drive thrives where belief lives. Live by that, because I do. Our home should be our husband's safe place, where he doesn't have to have all the answers, where he can take off the armor and just be, not fix it, figure it out, just be. When he walks through the door and feels judged or like he's not enough, that chips away at his confidence. But when he walks in and hears, "I'm so glad you're home," or "the kids missed you today," or even a warm hug and a smile, it does something powerful. It reminds him that his presence matters. Being his safe place doesn't mean ignoring issues or not holding each other accountable. It just means being a soft landing when life is hard. It means giving him space to process, to feel, and to grow. Another huge piece is how we talk about our husbands in front of our children. When our kids see us roll our eyes, cut him down, or dismiss his ideas, they learn disrespect. But when they see us honor him, support him, and cheer him on, they learn partnership. They learn that love isn't just romance, it's resilience. It's building up the person you choose day after day, even when you're having a hard time. Respect builds confidence. When our husbands feel respected, they rise, and we get to be part of that. Now, let me be real for a second. This isn't about carrying the emotional weight of someone who is not trying. This isn't about excusing bad behavior or putting yourself last. A strong marriage, especially in a big, demanding family, takes mutual support. And when both partners are committed to uplifting each other, when both are invested in one another's growth, it's magic. But someone has to start. And many times, when a wife leads with love, encouragement, and belief, it sparks something powerful in our husbands. So if you're listening to this right now and wondering how to help your husband find his confidence and drive again, just know you don't need to fix everything. Just be his mirror, his cheerleader, his soft place to land. Speak life, create space, build respect, and watch what happens. Your belief in him might be that thing that wakes up belief in himself. Thanks for spending time with me today. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, your words, your love, and your support. They matter more than you know. Get on over to our YouTube channel, We Are the Hansons, and subscribe. You can also send me a message on our We Are the Hansons Facebook page or send us an email at wearethehansonsshow@gmail.com. We're in this together. I'll see you next time on We Are the Hansons.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.